Okay, Jeremy. Antsy Pantsy. Oh, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you? Let's see. I'm waiting for nope, mute. Kathy, how are you? How are you feeling? How is everybody? Let me put this down just a little. Working on getting things. I don't know what's better. I could take the frame off, but I like the orange. Ethel, how you doing? Vintage Mentality. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. So I haven't done as much research. I do know quite a bit, but I don't know as much about this topic that we're going to talk about as I should. So we may just be learning some of it together. But I know that there's some smarties in the chat that will help out. So this is kind of an interesting category for any of you who love old vintage Christmas, especially celluloid and lucite and the blow molds, any of that stuff. I mean, who doesn't? What's there not to love, right? So I have a collection of things that are mine personally and things that people I have bought from people. Someday I might list them, someday I might not. Some of the stuff, I don't know if any of this stuff, nope, none of this stuff is listed, which is okay. Because I took most of it out of my china cabinet. There's some of it here that we're going to talk about, but there is so many different forms of plastic, can we say? You have acrylic, you have celluloid, you have Bakelite, you have vinyl. I'm looking at everything I got here. Regular plastic, soft plastic, hard plastic, blow molds. She's not listing them. You stay out of it, Marie. How are you? Are you doing the flea market tomorrow? Over there, are they doing it still? I feel like they are. It's unsweetened iced tea, you guys. Just don't come for me. I don't drink soda. Anyway, so this is funny. I laughingly, jokingly said that if somebody wanted to buy me a membership to the Golden Glow Lucite, like those candles everybody finds but me. I have some. I even have some Lucite candle holders. Hey, how are you, Beach City Thrifting? Whoop whoop. Sunday you'll be there at least this week. Sunday. Are they open? I got to call you and talk to you. I'll call you and talk to you. You call me when you have time tomorrow or maybe later tonight. You're probably going to be sleeping though. I'll catch up with you shortly. I love Lucite candles too. This set right here, not the base, but this, I have two of them. My friend Whitney, wow, that's my daughter-in-law. My friend Courtney, Bolo Buddies, sent me this set. I was just stunned. Anyway, they're tiny and I love them and they fit perfectly in this plastic plastic candle. I'm making a mess. And the thing, well, we might as well just get into the lucite. This one's been broken. It probably got broke when it shipped, and it's almost impossible to tell, but I don't care. And another thing about I just ruined that, didn't I? Another thing about the lucite candles is lots of times they don't even have their wick anymore. I'm going to have to carefully put that wick back over there. Can't trust me with anything. I'll break it even if it's plastic. They aren't open Saturday. Okay. Oh my goodness, I bet you are exhausted. All right. So this one was made in China, but it's D.H. Lindeberg Company, Inc., HB, California. So, and speaking of that, a lot of the lucite candles were made. Let me, I want to do this. let's just go here because we can talk real quick about the Lucite candles and get them out of the way. So these Lucite candles are fabulous. And let's see if they give us a decorative only, do not ignite, Gregorian copper, San Clemente, California. And they were one of the first companies to, hi Sandra, they were one of the first companies to invent or come across making the candles, the Lucite candles with the copper flecks in it. And so produced by Gregorian Copper of San Clemente, California in the 1950s and 60s. And Gregorian Copper, obviously, they make a lot of copper, right? But they started out making copper, and then they took the copper and they put the bits in to the candles. Let's just do Lucite versus acrylic. All Lucite is acrylic, but not all acrylic is Lucite. And that's something that a lot of people don't know. Acrylic is the broad term for a range of thermoplastics. Lucite is a type of acrylic that is particularly high quality. Acrylic is a generic term and is often marketed under the brand name plexiglass. And then if you look under, what was the other one that I was going to... I'm not who invented acrylic nails. The DuPont Corporation, but they've got a lot of stuff under their belt, good and bad. The Lucite acrylic was invented by the DuPont Corp in 1931. It was crystal clear with 93% transparency rate, resistant to water, UV rays. It doesn't really tell you, I mean, so much so about, let's see how long it takes my computer to think. I have got to get my internet changed. Doesn't really tell you so much so about Christmas ornaments in the history of who invented Lucite, right? But it does tell you the whole story, and it tells you why it quickly became the material of choice for World War II aircraft windows, bubble tops, because of its clarity, weight savings, and bullet resistance. So maybe these are good for bullet resistance. I don't know. I'm happy to see you too, Sandra. Anyway, and so you can go there and check out all the history. And they have, it was kind of funny. I was kind of looking through their gallery earlier, and I think these are mostly just, I didn't go super far, but we could go down here and look at some other things and see what they've got, all the different things that they have made and do make, and awards and all that stuff. So you will see acrylic in all kinds of things, right? Or all kinds of things in acrylic. As far as that goes, we all see this kind of stuff. So that's the history of acrylic. And if we go on here, let's see how many people. Let's see how many people list the Lucite candles as acrylic. It's very common for people to do acrylic and Lucite. These ones right here are absolutely not. I'm pretty sure I saw the PR acrylic. I could be wrong. It happens every day. If you had good, I have good cell service in your house, T-Mobile, Verizon, 5G home internet. Okay, I will check into that. Thanks. Let's see what they got here. They don't have. I bet money that these are the Gregorian. So $38.99, and they must have had two. This is the last one. They had 3 sets of these. The different colors sell for a lot more money, obviously. And then a lot of them would come with these plastic stabilizers in them. Those are like mine right there. I think mine might have been taller, actually. Oh, maybe not, because it still had the tag on it, but they could have put that on. They almost look like they were chopped off on the bottom, but that's probably from the factory. That's the gold flecked ones. And then I have these that look gold too, but they have the plastic on the bottom, and they're actually kind of a yellow color. Are you picking up your child?
I am.
All right, you can have them.
Okay.
And then this is horrible. I forget where I got these from. These are Lucite candle holders, and they were made in Germany, and I've had them for a while, and I love the yellow in them. So these they're kind of cool looking. You can decorate them however you want, right? And then I have these that are, these were from these are from California too, and they are actually Lucite, and they are dusty. They usually sit up on my thing over there. Am I missing Michelle? Hi, Michelle, you snuck in. So, you know, I need to get the little holders, but that's almost like so you can do anything you want with any of these, right? You can put a regular candle in here. You can put nothing in here. They're pretty like this. But Lucite, these Lucite candles, when you find them, even if they're not in perfect condition, I say grab them. So Lucite and acrylic are two things that you will see a lot of Christmas stuff in. I know, isn't it? Poor little guy. Yet we're homeschooling, right? 2 days a week. Yesterday was a tearjerker, and I was so glad he went to school today. I can only just say, this has only been 2 weeks. All right. He's only 11, but next year it's 5 days a week, and I'm so grateful for that. I love the kid, and I know he loves me, but if we live through this year, well, we probably will, because I was writing down, have you guys noticed, is it me? Are the schools taking more and more days off? He only goes to school 3 days a week, and I don't even think he's going to be here more than he's going to be at school, which is not a problem. Oh, I sound horrible. Anyway, squirrel. So Lucite, acrylic, you can find pretty much anything cool. Vases, candles. Candles are the things that people are after the most. The candle holders. Those are the ones that I see the most, but you will see tons of cool paperweights and water globes and all kinds of stuff made out of Lucite and or acrylic. And I guess it's probably not a bad idea when you're listing it, if you want to put, why not? You might as well hit both of them. You're not hurting anything. It's not a brand name for the most part. So it's not like you're, see, here's, these are newer, right? So you got all kinds of things going on. Oh, here's a beautiful pair. These, yeah, you don't normally see a lot of the blue. So keep your eyes out open for these. And just because they don't have the wick in there doesn't mean anything. I believe that you can buy replacement wicks to put in there. Here's a whole set. Oh my goodness. This is almost torture. So there you go. And they are giving you the option to buy whichever one. $92 for that set. Should anybody want to go and purchase themselves some copper candles. The girls are talking about homeschooling. I would probably leave the state if I were you, Marie. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. All right. So anyway, last week, I kind of jokingly said if anybody wanted to buy me a subscription to the Golden Glow, that would be great. And what do you know? I got an email, 3 emails that somebody bought me a year's subscription to the Golden Glow. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. And I can't even just tell you how happy that made me. If you guys don't know about the Golden Glow, then you haven't followed me for very long, because I talk about them all the time. And maybe this next year I'll get to go. If not, sooner or later. But the Golden Glow of Christmas past, and if you are a member, boy, oh boy, the stuff that you can get into. But you can see, the link is in the description. You can see a lot of the stuff that they have. And this is the about page. Should be the about page, yeah. And this will tell you all about it. And there are things that you can see if you're not a member. There are things that you can get into and check out. But what I wanted to talk about that they have a lot to say about is the older celluloid ornaments. And what a better place to reference than the Golden Glow. And so Celluloid Christmas. If you guys, are you guys familiar with Celluloid? And it's funny. Boy, it says I paid $12 for this. I don't think I did. I might have. I'll just leave that on there. We're going to see this little guy in a minute, and I had no idea that he went to what he goes to, but I do now. And celluloid, when you tap on it, it's going to make a pretty distinctive sound. This little guy I stole from Jan. Well, I paid her for it, actually. I paid dearly for this. So, celluloid holiday items are widely collected today as they reflect a charming appeal of days gone by. First invented in 1869 by Albany, New York printer John Wesley Hyatt, celluloid found a myriad of applications. I think in consumer products ranging from dentures, eyeglasses, waterproof colors, vanity items, ornamental combs, and jewelry. Celluloid is everywhere, as is the same with acrylic and lucite. By the late 1880s, the first toys such as simple ball-shaped baby rattles. Ooh. I have some. I should have grabbed those. I knew it. Hey, girl, how you doing? You see those lucite candles on the thumbnail? I set everything up back there and took pictures. Yep. I only have 2 sets, so I'm hanging on to them for now. Do you find any in the storage units when you're in there, when you go through the Christmas stuff? Surely you do. Does everybody know? You should drop, you're not a, let's see. Drop your channel. Hang on a second. Drop your channel. Okay, there you go. Drop your channel in the chat if you would like to. Anyway, around the turn of the 20th century, German manufacturers began blow molding sheet celluloid into small, lightweight dolls. This was the beginning of a booming industry that spread throughout Europe, Japan, and the United States. So this one isn't from this. It could be, but blow molding. I think this set right here, specifically, let me hold this up, is from Japan. And I pick these up anytime I see them. And 9 times out of 10, they're in the bottom of something. Look at her little glasses. These are blow molds. That's what they're referred to as. A lot of people don't know that, but these are blow molds. Not only are they blow molds, they're flocked. They're flocked, and Santa has his beard is made out of a piece of chenille. So keep your eyes open for these. These can go for some really good money. We're going to pull things up and look at prices here in a little bit, right? So that another one. Here's one of the elves. He's flocked. He is a blow mold. Some of these are really, really thin and are easily dented. He has a string on him because why not? Anyway, this is one of the 7 dwarfs, and his beard is also chenille. So when you see all of these mediums together, you just, especially right now, and they're in some pretty decent condition. I have to get the string off. Sorry, you guys. You can just see the dollars going up and up. Anyway, so that's an example of a blow mold. How about this? He's not really a knee hugger. He wasn't meant to be a knee hugger, but that is a blow mold. And this guy is cool. I can't find one quite like him. 9 times out of 10, these are made in Japan. He almost reminds me of Pinocchio a little bit, but he's a sewer. He's got his spool of thread and his little needle thing going on there. On top of that, then you have, this is one of the original Elf on the Shelf. And how do you know that? You know that by the tags. Made in Japan. There's your tag. A Keebler Elf Cross, right? Geppetto. Thank you, Jeremy. Oh, for sure. So any of these, this one's not as soft as Geppetto as our buddy Geppetto over here. He's kind of cool looking. No tag other than the made in Japan, which that's how a lot of this stuff is. You'll never know who the, oh, he's got a little spot on his hand to put that needle or whatever it is. I did not notice that before. The thing with these is you see them everywhere. Some people pick them up, some people don't. Some people look at them and they might have a little issue and they're like, oh, I don't want them. I want every one of them. Somebody out there wants them. And I think I showed this last week. This is also a blow mold. I need to do a little, I'm trying to decide if I want to try to clean this or not. But this is vinyl, this is plastic, but this is molded into it still has the original crinkly paper, wax paper in it that they put to keep it. The amount of things that you can get that are blow molded. Let's see. We have one of my favorite things. This little guy, he's tiny because all my other ones are not around. The little deer, OMG, the deer. Can we just say? And you have these things where they cut cupcake toppers. I thought I got one out. They're different. These were made in Germany. They're almost too big to go on a cake, but I'm pretty sure that that's what they're for. But they're adorable, and there's a whole set. There might be 2 sets. There's this little one. So the people eat this stuff up, right? I mean, I'm gonna include I'm gonna speak for all of you. We all love this stuff. This one, these plastic ornaments, right? Part of this is all of this is molded in one way, shape, or form or another, just like the plastic. The deer and the antelope too. You guys are hilarious. Almost all of the Christmas that's made out of plastic has in some way, shape, or form got something to do with a blow mold. And so, because that's how they manufacture it, right? They are manufacturing it into a mold. And then that's just how it is, if you have any idea. I know, right? There's a reason vintage Christmas stuff sells. It's so addictive. There isn't, you can, this right here, this is celluloid. Totally forgot I had it. She was hiding out. She was hiding out in the back of the china cabinet. And I was like, girl, you need to come with me. You need to be, you need to vacuum form too. Yes. Which is pretty much the same thing. She must have been part of a display because she's got some cotton residue, but she is adorable, and she was made in Hong Kong. So you can date a lot of your ornaments by where they are made. So Hong Kong is I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think Hong Kong is the 60s, 70s. And a lot of the Japan stuff was the 30s, 40s, 50s. So, and then you've got Taiwan, and you've got Korea and the Republic of China and all of that stuff. But the more things that you have with your items, the more they're going to be worth. This little gal was made in Taiwan. I love these things. I have some Christmas ornaments from when I was a kid that is this little doll's head. Now her head is plastic, and she's got the hair, and she's got the wings. Thanks, Mike. That's what I thought. So she's got a lot going on for her, but I could tell you right now that I don't think that this is her original. I just noticed this is not her original skirt, because underneath here is the original skirt. So somebody I'll have to check her out. Somebody took some lace, some eyelet lace, and they pinned it back here. Yep. They did her up. Anyway, so, and that's right. That's what we do. We make them, we can fix these up anyhow we want to, or we can sell them and let somebody else fix them up anyhow they want to. So, and sometimes people just rip the heads off because they don't want the body, but they might take the pieces from the body for something else because they're vintage, right? But they might not. They might want her head to do something else with, and her wings. And her wings are in really good condition. Lots of times that netting is ruined. It's easy enough to fix, but if you can have the vintage, we modernize and improve them, right? If you can have the vintage and it's in good condition, that's what we want the best. But don't overlook it because there may be something wrong with it, because there's somebody out there that wants it. There's either a crafter out there that wants it, or their grandmother had it, or they grew up with it and they still want it, and they will fix it or do with it whatever they want to do. And I'm more than happy to help them out by finding these things for them. All right. Let's go back here. The Viscoloid Company, founded in 1901 in Leominster, Massachusetts, was America's most prolific manufacturer of celluloid blow molded holiday toys. At the onset of World War I, trade with European toy manufacturers ceased. Since German design was highly regarded in the toy industry, Viscoloid hired German artist sculptor Paul Kram, I think that's how it's pronounced, to design toys. His Santa figures were embraced by the public, and they were inexpensive and exhibited old world charm. Eventually, Kram and his staff designed toys that represented not only Christmas, but Easter, Halloween, and Independence Day. Heck to the yeah. During the 1920s, Japanese manufacturers copied many designs, as they still do now, which is fine. How many of you guys that sell notice that a lot of your vintage pieces like this go internationally? A lot of my vintage pieces like this go internationally. And I have noticed more and more and more when I do research on items like this, that if I go deep enough, I will find these items in Japan on Japanese sites selling. So whether they're vintage or they're remaking them or what, but I've noticed that I sell a lot of the vintage Christmas and Halloween or whatever, a lot of the holiday stuff, but all of this, the Japan stuff, the old vintage Japan stuff, a lot of it goes right back to Japan, which I'm fine with, you know. Hey, if they want to get the pieces and remake them, I'm all about that. They did a great job the first time. Let them have that again, right? Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. I so totally agree when it goes back there. So Japan manufacturers copied many designs of the German and American origin. The heyday of celluloid toy production in America dated until the mid-20s, when the Viscoloid company employed 300 full-time workers. Man, that's a lot at that time. In the toy making department alone, celluloid lost favor with consumers because of its dangerous flammability. Yeah, don't smoke it. And toy production dwindled in the 30s. In Europe and Japan, manufacturers continued production until the late 1950s. So they have, should open up. Look at these celluloid animals. I don't know why they have them displayed like this. The dogs, the sheep, the Santas. I think there's a fish in here, guy riding a horse, the deer, salamanders, cars, candy containers, a lot of them candy containers. There's an elephant back in here. So let's see if I can do this without losing my spot. Okay. Okay, wow, this is where vintage Christmas plastic decorations, you guys. Let's see if I can get this. Really? Did I get that? All right. I don't know why. How's that? Is that too big? Right there. Okay. When you, oh boy, I just want everything on here. Almost everything on these shelves is celluloid. I mean, obviously the tinsel in the back and that kind of stuff isn't, but when you see this kind of dull, well, there's my little devil right there that I've got, right? He's right there. When you see this kind of dull looking crisp red, and then they hand paint this. This is hand painted, so that's why it looks so funny. When you see the ceramics that have had the red cold painted on it and it's flaking off, don't let that stop you from picking it up. Do you know how easy that is for somebody to touch up? And they're more than willing to. It's as easy as buying some acrylic paint and touching it up. And I never let somebody try to think that they can get a good deal on something just because it needs a little paint touch up. But look at all of these. Look at all these glorious celluloid. And it's not just Christmas. This train isn't necessarily Christmas. You got the elves down here. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of them. And then there's horses and sleighs. The candles that went in the windowsill, you'll see a lot of those. Okay, let's see. Then there we go. We're gonna do some reading. Look at those. The snowmen. There's the little devil again. There's the charms, the little charms that you would get, Cracker Jacks and stuff like that. Those might not necessarily have been celluloid, but they were definitely a lot of them. were blow molded, or they were molded in one way, shape, or form. This little penguin right here, guy, he's got a loop on him to hang on a chain. I don't know how far back Cracker Jack went and their little things, but these here's, no, maybe not. Baby rattles. I know the baby rattles from when I was a kid. I had some. I'm so mad at myself. I had them right here, and I don't know what I did with them. They're right here in a box somewhere, but I'm not going to dig for them. And then let's talk about the plastic. These are just plastic boots that you would fill up. 10 plastic boots, 70 pops. Lollipops, by the way. They put lollipops in these and handed them out. But how often do you guys see the Christmas lights that have the Santa heads and the reindeer heads, or the Halloween ones? Those are all plastic blow molds. All those little, well, let's see if there's any right here. I just listed a bunch of them. They don't sell for a lot. Now they're just going to do the blow molds. Here we go. These guys right here. You'll see these. You can pick these up usually for fairly inexpensive. If you can get them with the light strands themselves, that's even better, because a lot of the light strands they won't fit on. I know, because I think it's even, the mercury glass and all of that, that's brittle and fragile, but we know that. Everybody's known that over the years, and they've done their best to take care of it, right? The celluloid, it's so super brittle. Plus heat, the heat gets to it, right? It is very flammable. Okay, so following World War II, the American economy experienced tremendous growth. People by the droves moved into the suburbs. Prizes started in 1912. So there were ones. Thank you, Kathy. So there were prizes. A lot of this. I thought they were. So a lot of the little Cracker Jack prizes that were plastic were probably celluloid. So when you see those little things, there's a reason that either A, they're in a glass case at an estate sale, or B, they're in the bottom of some boxes somewhere that nobody even knows they're there. You want to get those. Anyway, they moved into the suburbs. As a result, the country was transformed into a consumer nation. Hello. With the country's newfound prosperity came the sense of renewed patriotism and the desire to purchase products that were made in America. And that is true and has not changed today. I know many people do not put unless it's made in America, Japan, Korea, Taiwan. Most people, if it's made in China, they don't put that in the listing. 1914, they had 2 baseball cards available. Well, there you go. Better than that. After years of war restrictions and the lack of manufacturing, consumers' tastes changed from European German made decorations to those made in the USA. And the same goes for the shiny brights and all of that. This new era of wealth, manufacturing, and consumerism had a profound effect on the way we purchased and decorated for the holidays. Christmas ornaments and figurines during this period were relatively inexpensive, and I mean relatively. Like this box, 1954 box of Rosbo, the Santa boots, I would guess that was probably around less than $1, maybe 59 cents would be my guess. That's just a guess. Just based on what I know, the prices for shiny brights were, all the dime stores, Everybody carried these. Somebody had them. Oh, Scott, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. You guys know my buddy Scott, Mr. Scott, the Cha-Ching King, is and his better half Melody, who never shows up. She's just always hiding in the background. Thank you so much. Scott just hit 60K subscribers. I'm so happy for you. I'm almost to 6. I'm getting there. I'm coming for you, Scott. Anyway, so all the 5 and dime stores, Woolworths and Sears and Montgomery Wards and all of these, they were all fighting for them. And the grocery stores, all of the different grocery stores would have these, and sometimes they would open the packages and sell them singularly. Shiny Brights were often sold one shiny bright ornament at a time, because they could sell that one shiny bright for 10, 15. Let's see. Some of the shiny brights had cap on the caps. If you ever find a cap that has a 5 cent, 10 cent, 15 cent, and then I think it's 19 cents, those are very super hard to find. And you guys know what I mean by the caps, right? You can't believe this is going to be good. I can't believe anyone watches me. I think some of them haven't realized you're just about, oh, whatever. You're pretty darn smart. Hey, Scott, do you want to come? If I send Dren, can you homeschool him for the year? You have more experience in that area than me. Just ask him for a friend. Anyway, so plastic is forever and ever the celluloid Christmas, the celluloid Easter, the celluloid Halloween. Halloween is, she may be smart, but she's only on Fridays. I'll get there. I'm feeling better, you guys. I'm feeling better. I promise. I won't go away again. So Christmas ornaments and figurine during this period were relatively expensive, and they're going to talk about that too here. Hard plastic Christmas decorations and other non-breakable materials are characteristic of the 50s and the 60s, and that's where you're looking at. About that time, you're not seeing as much stuff from Japan. After the war, you had, before the war, Japan was very, most people love the Christmas made in Japan. Let's just think of Holt Howard. Holt Howard did have manufacturing companies other places, but most of their manufacturing was done in Japan. And then all of these wonderful goodies that you're seeing here, and the knee huggers, right? The Elf on the Shelf knee huggers. So those ones that we really, really love, and everybody just goes gaga over, a lot of that stuff was made in Japan. And then you have the Santa Clauses, the Howard Gale. That's not right. Howard. I'll think of it here in a minute. We're going to look at them. So the small plastic decorations were sold in the 5 and dime stores, Woolworths and McCroy's. And what's the big one in New York? Somebody will put it in the chat. These small plastic decorations were very inexpensive, often selling for less than 10 cents. They were used as stocking stuffers. Macy's, might be Macy's. I'm sure Macy's had them too. Party favors and given by thousands of teachers, those lovely teachers, to their students at Christmas. They came in the shapes of Santa, snowmen, reindeer, elves, and countless numbers of other shapes, usually holding a bunch of cellophane wrapped lollipops or other. Yes. I bet FAO Schwartz had them too. I'd love to go there someday. The most popular years for these were from 1952 until 1958. And the other two major manufacturers of these decorations were Rosborough and Rosin of Providence, Rhode Island. So I would think that there's more of them there than there are other places. But because they were, because things are so prolific due to manufacturing where things are, they're held in a little higher reverence in other areas of the country where they weren't as prolific, right? I thought that might be all they have on the plastic. Yeah, because then they go in. I think I talked about some of this stuff last week. So let's go check out some of the vintage plastic Christmas. I do not like the way they have this here. Here's something very similar to that. So I'm not going to do that. Why are you not opening it? Doesn't like me. Let's look here. Oh, it's Macari. It's going to take forever. Let's just do this. Vintage. Let's go. Could be me. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. Let's do. Did I spell it right? Let's go broad here. So this is a celluloid candy container, Christmas Jack in the Box. Candy containers are a big thing. And this one isn't even a super old one. See that? You'll see these. Did Muriel pop in? Hi, Muriel. These are super thin. They're super brittle. And most of the time they are cracked. Kind of like me. Most of the time they are cracked and chipped, but people love these. And they also, these little things right here also come, they have the cookie trays, right? Like you'd bring the cookies or grandma would bring the cookies or the neighbor would bring the cookies and the fudge and all that stuff. Thank you, Jeremy, for putting Scott's channel in. If you guys aren't following Scott, I don't know how, but Jeremy dropped his link in there. And these are the deer. Okay, I bought a bunch of these. And they sell really fast, usually, and for very good money. The flocked ones, even more so. And they come in many, many, many different shapes and sizes. Okay. Oh, the one I wanted to show you didn't come up. This one's Rosborough. It's like the Santa. I don't know what this guy is. I need more light over here. If he's marked, he should be marked. I don't know. So that's the same, very similar to this guy. And he's a candy container. Somebody stuffed this lovely plastic thing. He would have come with lollipops or hard candy inside of him. Check out his snowshoes here. That's pretty cool. That guy is. Those are really cool. Peach pink ruffled celluloid early plastic curled. They're earrings, but who cares? They're celluloid. Those are cool. Yeah. Celluloid in everything. Same as Bakelite, right? There's another adorable deer. I don't know why the earrings are coming up because celluloid. That's plastic. The elves, more deer. Here we go. Here's a good selection. It just goes on and on and on. Hey, somebody stole. That's a good price for those. So this is a blow mold. Let's see if they gave us, okay. This is a blow mold. I don't really think this is celluloid. It's a blow mold and it's flocked. And that little thing, no, it's not. Might be. The reason why I say no, it's not. Amy, what do you say? Hey, Mia, how are you? I don't know. Nope, it's handmade. This is a felt ornament. I can see the stitching right there. And the reason why I said that is because these little sequins have a bead and a pin, and they're pushed in there. So, but this guy is something else too. That's cool. He has a spun cotton head. Here's your blow mold. Here's your celluloid. The one that I have is like this. Yeah. The one that I have that's like this is not celluloid. I don't think she's celluloid. No, she's not. But she is the harder, softer plastic, and she is flocked. And then she has the chenille. And I bet money that they were made from the same mold, because they're the same everything, right? The only difference is mine is flocked and that one's made out of celluloid. So look at how tiny that is, and look at the price that they're asking for it. That's more than you will get for a nice pair of jeans most of the time. The oldest toy store in the world, Hamley's, was founded in 17. I'm reading over there. Cupcake Dude is too new. Yeah, I agree with you. Hamley's was founded in 1760. They have had numerous owners. Really? Interesting. You're packing because, oh, you bought a house. Congratulations. Woohoo. Okay. Those are cool. Another thing that we need to talk about. Somebody remind me. These are cool. So I can't tell you if they came like this or somebody had the horses and they did not, somebody currently, I don't think. And then they adorned them with all of this stuff. So, and yeah, somebody did that. Look, let's see if we can get a better closer up. Where did that one go? Look, you can see that they stuck them. These are old, and not only are they old, but whoever made them, see the little push pins in there? Those are old sewing pins before embellished. Yes. Thank you, Jeremy, again. So these are going to be, I don't know if these are celluloid. They don't look like celluloid, even though they say they are. Let me look at they could be. They might be a softer. See the seams in there? They look like they might be a softer blow mold, but I'm going to assume this person's got 1,500 feedback. They probably know what celluloid is. And then you have the little tiny deer. Look at you guys. Here's the lights that go on the top of the Christmas tree. You name it, you're going to find it in celluloid. These are the deer that I have. Mine are flocked. So I know these look scary, but somebody will buy them and they'll either use them. Look, if they're still on the paper, these had to have come from, I better be quiet here. I bet money, because they're on the paper, that they came from Japan. What does it say? Does it say where they come from? Let's see if it says down here. They don't know, probably. Yeah, they don't know. Ones that were glued to the paper like that oftentimes came from Japan. That's how they came in boxes, glued to the paper. And you'll see them advertised as a set of 3. I think the ones that I have, they aren't mine aren't celluloid. Mine are blow mold after they stopped doing the celluloid ones. And mine, I got a bunch of them. Like, I got a whole table full of them. Anyway, people love these deer, and they come in all different colors, right? Oh, and the reflective backgrounds. I know they're aluminum. I know they're not celluloid, but this celluloid angels on them. These reflective backgrounds will sell for quite a bit of money too if you ever get your hands on them. I just sold a whole bunch of them. Isn't okay? This should be for sure be. He's an ornament. I wonder if he opens up. That's totally celluloid. You can always tell on the red because they've painted it. It's easier to tell on the red. All right. I want to, here's a whole grouping. Hong Kong, cows, all kinds of animals. Okay, here's a packaging. This is great. I love it when they have the original packaging. Let's see if they're going to show it in here, but that's it. As advertised in Life magazine, illuminated. Look at that. Complete with lamp and cord. That's in really good condition. The packaging may not be in really good condition, but that thing is in really good condition. Like the red's hardly faded. That's a really good price for that. So keep in mind, you guys, it's the weirdest stuff that you will find. All right. Here we go. Might get censored here. Here we have Santa dancing on a pole with the Virgin Mary and then the Christ child. Okay, that's hilarious. Drifting Thrifters. Where are you? How come you only have this listed for $10.94? I know her. Oh my gosh. Girlfriend. Those are hilarious. Not the right? Pole dancing Santa with the, that's hilarious. I will have to say I've never seen that before. Not that that means anything, but all right. Well, we all got a good giggle out of that one. I probably would have priced that up. Here's my little German picks. So, and this is exactly how I will probably sell them. Santa on a stripper pole was not on your bingo card tonight, right? That's hilarious. So Germany, Japan, USA, those are the ones that you're really after. Japan and Germany are going to be the older ones, right? Because they fell out of favor after the war. And then they were making Santa dancing on a pole in the United States. I don't know where that one was made. Okay. What I want to talk about next, and a lot of people will not believe me, and it's not the lantern and it's not the deer, it's the plastic right here. These little plastic acorns and berries, and more than likely, yep, and the fake cedar fronds and all of this stuff. The pine cones are real. I'm pretty sure the pine cones are real. This is all plastic. It's all a vinyl-y plastic. And I know you guys see it everywhere. And I shouldn't say everywhere. So these plastic, these were made in Hong Kong. Yep. But these little pieces of holly are that plastic. It's like I almost don't like to touch it. People love this stuff. So the deer here, and there you go. You see it on the foam. They'll take all this stuff. The deer are celluloid. The acorn are not. Those are plastic blow molds. And neither are the berries or plastic blow molds either, or also, I should say. And so let's look at Christmas. Let's do it that way. See what comes up. Oh yes, the picks, the floral picks. This one's actually quite amazing, and they have it on auction. Kid you not, you guys. Let's go back here. Let's look at solds. Let's see what we got on solds so that you can really see that. Oh, the blow mold. Okay, let's open this up because real quick, and then we'll go to solds. So any of this kind of stuff that's older, that's the blow mold pieces, let me just tell you that you got the gumdrop ones and that kind of, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Wow, I haven't done that in a while. Hi Glenn, how are you? You came and Kathleen came in for Santa and a stripper pole. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Any of these garlands that are made out of the plastic blow molds, you'll see the gumdrop ones and the lifesaver ones that are glittered. Those go for some pretty good money. So let's look. All of this plastic vinyl greenery. What's really selling this is our little elfie elf here, the pixie, whatever you want to call it. So let's go look at some of the solds, because we may or may not have talked about this before. I'm sure I have, but it is crazy what people will pay for this, because this is not like the stuff that you get in the dollar store or wherever you go to buy these things. This is the old vintage stuff that you cannot get anymore except for in grandma's basement and closet, right? What is she calling it? Popcorn and apples. Well, I don't think those are apples. They do look kind of like apples. I would say they're closer to cranberry size, but look at, you guys know what I'm talking about when you see this. $23.99 for those. What are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $23.99 plus shipping. Some of this stuff didn't go for a ton of, some of it will go for crazy. This one is still in Della Robbia wreath. It's plastic, you guys. They've sold one and they have another one. This is like the dollhouse miniature pine garland. Okay, we're not worried about that. Let's see if they have any super fancy ones. See what people are really paying. All of this and any of this, I cringe. It's kind of like there's your blow mold Christmas garland sugared gumball right there. I cringe at this because it's kind of like a feel texture for me. It's cool looking. And I guess the good thing about a lot of this is it's easy to clean. You can just put it in the bathtub with some warm water and some detergent and let it sit there and then spray it off with the shower. Oh, I bet you did have a lot of people did. Then that's why you can find it, because people had it, but they love this stuff. They use it for everything. Let's see. Here's a nice one, $45. Oh man, I have a cool one. Should I admit to this? I have a cool one in my cabinet out there. So that's probably a celluloid Santa snowman. I'll get it right. And this poinsettia is plastic, but it's flocked. And then you have all your little accoutrements. And they made this wonderful little thing on a log, a Yule log. Hi, Josh. How are you? Thanks for coming in. And then you have, obviously, you have your little Merry Christmas plastic pick there, too. You guys go look up these logs, the real ones. They sell for a lot of money. Just the limbs. Yep. Birch. The birch logs. Oops, I don't want that. I want to go back up here. If you see people, look at, I'm not joking you here. I know we've talked about this before. Josh's channel. Thank you, Jeremy. These are real pieces of wood. $9.99. Anybody? You see these laying on the side of the road? They've fallen off the trees. I don't know why the ends of these are white like this. Maybe they did that. But anyway, I digress. In case you wanted to know something that you can find alongside the road with your pine cones and your pine cones and needles, the pine needles, so that you can make your baskets, right? All this stuff sells. So here we go. These are older ones. There's newer ones. It doesn't seem to matter. These plastic, gumball, blow mold, sugared, whatever, they're kind of frosted on the outside, sell very, very well. And then they have the let's just get all of these different ones. I see these all the time. They come in, all people see somebody bought some and they used them for this. This is just, let's look at the sold so that you can see. $65, but whatever they got for it. $34, $32. You'll see these in the bottoms of bins and boxes and bags, and nobody picks them up. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? How are you doing? So keep your eyes open for these. Plastic, and they're blow molds, and they're Christmas. And that's an older, this one looks like an older one. That's cool looking. I haven't seen this color. These look like these are the candies that go in the little trays that Grandma has sitting on the side table. And when you go to get one, you get all of them because the humidity like stuck them all together, right? Didn't these come in like I think you can still get them. They come in like a metal tin and you pop the top. Oh, yeah. Memories, right? Okay. What else did I have that I wanted? Here you go. Here's a whole set. That's amazing. Still in the box. Corsage. Oh, yeah. Vintage. Let's see. I just listed some. I just listed a corsage. Let's see what we got. I have to. The vintage corsage pins. Let's see. I have a lot of Christmas. This may take us a bit. It's one of my favorite things to sell. Nativities sell like crazy. All of the old vintage Christmas screen, the foil, the ribbons, to make all of that stuff, to make those ensemblages. Oh, now we're going to get into that. Because I don't know the exact title. I have it. That'd be asking too much, you guys. It's probably way more than 200. I have a whole case of these that I got for free. These kind of things. Look at, I should probably lower my price. They need to go away. So, let's see. What else are we going to? Plastic. Did I cover everything? What did I miss? Anybody have questions? I can't think of what else to talk about. I didn't do the big blow molds. You guys all know about the big blow molds. Do we need to go over those? Let's do that real quick. Because these are money. As a matter of fact, hopefully if I can remember to this year, let's go out of there. We want to go. Oh. Now, this one almost looks like it's been touched up. Hey, Dee, how are you? Thanks for coming in. What did Kathy say now? I can sell you some pine cones. I got the good ones here, Kathy. You don't have the same ones where you are that I have here. How about the musical? Oh, that's a good idea. The musical lights for the trees. And did you already talk about those and I missed them? No, I did not. Because, I would have had to have done what I know you do, Scott, is make a list. Respectfully request a shrink-away so I can blow molds in an 8x6x4 box. I'll work on that for you, Jeremy. That's hilarious. Everybody, I hope, knows about the Christmas blow molds, the big ones, right? And I think you can buy these. You can absolutely buy these on Amazon or wherever, but anytime I go to an estate sale and they have these are the cords that go in the bottom of the Christmas lights. They go in the back of the, if you can pick these up, like I picked up this bag, there's, I don't know, 10 of them in there. I think I paid $1.99 for it. That way, when I get one that doesn't work, then I have those, or you can just list those and sell them too. So, the musical lights for the trees. Yes, let's check those out. We don't even have to do vintage, but the Christmas lights that will drive you crazy because let's see if we can get some good ones here. There's one right there. Do you have these on your Christmas tree, Scott? I'm asking for a friend. all of these. Why am I not? Here we go. This is what I want. Like these. These are LED, so they're newer, but you get these and then they will play the music. And as they play the music, then the different bells will light up at different times. And, wait. No, Scott, no, Mike, you need to ignore that. They're not worth money. You just stick to your stuff that you got going on there, right? Same with these. Any of these that have the bells and the music, and lots of times, I wonder why they're not coming up with. It's my keywords. That's why. The older ones will have. Who is it? It's Mr. Christmas, vintage. Santa's marching band. That's it right there. I have a video on how to part these out and make much more money off of them, by the way, if anybody's interested in that. And I have another set I need to part out. So Santa's marching band. These, let's get a good one. Let's find it. Let's find one that's got some good pictures. After they play, your mom still has her bubble lights and they are beautiful. And they are beautiful for a fire hazard. Well, if they're only on for a little bit, I mean, like you turn them on and you enjoy them for 45 minutes or so, and then they got to be shut off, right? I think they're beautiful. I don't think I would. I have a couple of aluminum Christmas trees. I don't think I'd put them on my tree anymore, but I would definitely decorate like the mantle or somewhere with them where you can have have a little better control over them, right? So here's the deal with these. I got a couple of sets of these, and one of them was Santa was missing. Let's see. See, look at it. Doesn't even. I got one set at the bins. There's Santa back there. Where is he? Santa was missing something. These little things that these guys are holding. That's a bad picture. This little thing that this guy's holding is what dings the bell, and it's only stuck in there. And these little things light up and the bells make noise. And so when it's his turn to do whatever he needs to do, he turns one way or the other. And there's a certain amount of let's do this. Mr. Christmas marching band. I need to go to I need to go out of here, out of here, out of here, go here. Recalled years ago. Well, what, the bubble lights? That looks rude. Hey, BCP, how you doing, buddy? The reason why you can make more money with these is because you can sell each little piece. Do you see that? You can sell this little guy, and I have sold many of them. This is literally just the replacement hammer bell spring for the base. And people love their musical Christmas ornaments, and they love Mr. Christmas. I don't think I have. Yeah, I need to go in. Okay, but here's the deal, and I'll show you. And feel free if you want to do this. Like I said, I have a video on this on my channel, how to part out Mr. Christmas. This is the deal with Mr. Christmas. If you want to part this out, go steal this photo, screen swipe it. You have Santa, you have the soldiers, you have to lay your power unit out and lay your guys out, because each one of them is on a different timer, and each one of them runs separately. So whatever, if you're selling the bases separately, right, you want to mark them, and you want to put this in there so that the people that are buying them know. Same with the bells. This little screw is what holds the bells onto the base. So I have one more to part out. I don't have a lot of, obviously all of the soldiers are gone, but that little piece in their hand that does the bell ding. Are yours the bell lights? You think yours are the bell lights? Anyway, so if you find, a lot of people won't pick these up if they're not whole. You can cut this wire. Super easy to do. I sold the base for almost $80 because the music still worked. And then each one of the different guys, I took this out of their hands. I sold that separately. Anyway, $99. I made almost, I can't quote myself. I made almost over $300 by parting it out. I made a lot more money parting it out than I did had I tried to sell it as missing pieces. Even though it worked, it didn't work because several of the little guys were missing. Now the one that I have downstairs to part out actually has a little baggie because they sent extras of those. Where'd that really good picture go? They sent extras of these because apparently they were known to fall out. Anyway, and then there's a couple of people that have remanufactured them, you know, the 3D printer guys, but it's not the same. So I can't talk and type at the same time. Let's see what else they have. They've got the carousel horses. I have a set that I cleaned up and I parted out. Same thing here. They also have, Mr. Christmas also has a set with Mickey Mouse. This one is the Ferris wheel. If you're going to sell these and you're going to sell them as whole, do a video. Your stuff will sell way faster if you have a video in there and somebody can see what it is that it is actually working. Because I have a set of the Disney ones. There's the Ferris wheel. I have a set of the Disney ones. Mr. Christmas, the lights and sounds of Christmas musical light sound show. This isn't necessarily the lights that go on the tree. This one goes outside and you put it on your house, which is cool. Hi, Barbara. Sneaking in. So the $44.95, that's not bad. But you got to test it. You got to make sure it works. I like these because then I don't have to put anything out in the yard major. Here's your Ferris wheel. These are priced really low and selling really low, and I think that has to do with the fact that people are hurting right now. Reminder that eBay lets you directly upload. Yes, right here. Lets you directly upload 1-minute videos for your listing. And you don't have to do it just on something that's electrical, right? If you've got some beautiful clear glass or anything that you really want to show off. I don't know how many of you look on Etsy, but there are a lot of sellers on Etsy. There are a lot of sellers on Etsy that use videos all the time. Neighbor lit up the neighborhood when so yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Scott. Bells of Christmas, is that like the bells of Ireland? So the musical Christmas bells, and oh yeah, I don't know if people buy these because they want to annoy their significant others, but it's definitely not. I'm glad I did that. These little Christmas lights, when you see them, pick up the Christmas lights. Even Facebook lets you do videos. That I did not know, but I don't sell on Facebook. So there you have it. I hope I got most everything. I know I didn't. There's absolutely just no way that you can get everything. But you can, if you want to join the Golden Glow, I'm not getting anything out of this. And you want to learn more about vintage Christmas and the history and all of that stuff, I think it's like $60 for a year's subscription. Well worth it. Yeah, but you can't put it on. You can't put it on. I have many listings with videos in them. You cannot put it on through your phone. You have to hook it up to your computer and download it and put it in through your computer, if that makes sense. To do the, you can do it with any of the phones. I only use my phone. Here we go. I have a video on this one. I don't know that it's going to, you're not going to be able to hear the sound, but see your second picture there? So you can go to this. And I did this because I decided to not part this out because it mostly works. And I know you guys can't hear this, but you can go check this listing out. telling them that the light's burnt out and what don't work. One minute is what you get. So it's really a good way if you have something that you're selling. Do you know the name of the foil reflectors for the C9s? I may. They're foil reflectors. Isn't that what they're called? The Golden Glow of it's the link's down in the description, Mia. Go check it out. That you can see some things, but you can't see others. Is this what you're talking about, Kathleen? I just sold these the other day. Atomic aluminum Christmas light reflectors. They're from the 1950s, and some of them are thinner than the others, but they're amazing and people love them. Put them right. Your light bulb will slip right through them. That's basically what they are. I don't know that they have a particular significant name, but you can pick these up. Most people won't pick them up. Why? Because they look ruined. And they would have this piece. Most of them had this piece. You see it's missing on the silver ones. I will tell you that these silver ones were much thicker than the colored ones. Why, I don't know. But people love these. Yeah. Yep. Those sell really well. And I always put them in a lot like that you'll get. Somebody will get a lot more and you will get a better price for them. They'll sell faster. So, all right. I think I've got it. Scott, if you're still here, thank you again. Jeremy, thank you for dropping links. I thank everybody for being here. If you have any questions, anything that I can help you with, leave me a message down below in the comments. I appreciate everybody. And next week, we are going to talk about thinking outside the box on items that you may have that you can no longer sell for the purpose it was intended. I'll leave you there. So that's what we're going to talk about. All right, you guys, everybody have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.